Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here, aka Ronda without an H. Okay, so what I want to do today, and I thought I would bring you along with me, is we're gonna repair my book. Yeah. But first, how are you? I hope you're doing wonderfully. I hope that you are looking forward to having a wonderful Easter time with family and friends or whatever it is that you do. I love this time of year. I love spring. Oh, golly. We've had sunshine and the flowers and the trees are budding. And oh, I love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's get to the repairs that we need to make. Okay, let me show you the reason that I want to make a repair. And if you've been following along with me as I'm making my bullet journal, real loose bullet. Not technically really a bullet journal at all, but it's a something. Okay, now if I just open this up and let it lay down, see what happens? See this? How that spreads further? And that is because, can you see how that's ripped apart there? Yeah, and that is because my fabric that's holding it together ends right here. And then I have all these loose pages, and so that causes it, this is gradually tearing here. And if I don't fix this, then eventually it's going to rip here and it's going to be kind of a mess. And I do want to have this last. So it's like, okay, we got to fix it. So what I have to do, and I'm no authority on this kind of thing, we're just going to like pretend that we know what we're doing. Are you good with pretending? Let's pretend, you guys. Let's see. Let me get out. First of all, we need a knife to open it up. Going to have to open this up, and I'm going to have to redo the insides, which, in all honesty, I don't mind redoing that because after I put this page down as my inside, I really didn't like it. And I didn't like this, but I'd done it, so it's like, okay. But when this started to rip and tear, it was like, okay, now you gotta fix it all. So, first thing I'm going to do is carefully open this up. And I'm just kind of holding between my spine and my pages, because I really don't want to have to redo the spine if I can help it. Okay, so far so good. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay, let's turn it upside down here now and maybe go from this end, perhaps. Okay. Okay, I think that's the worst part. So, thank you, little knife. We will put the thing, the lid or whatever that's called back on, and we'll put you away. All right, now we can see better what has happened. You can see how that has torn apart. So what I'm going to do, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do? Blah, 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 blah. Do I need to fix more than just this? I think this is okay. So I'm not going to mess with that. We'll just work on this part. All right. First, I'm just going to get some glue, and this is my art glitter glue. And we will just fill in and glue this together again. Together again. Oh, it's kind of a, I guess, a sad, happy song. A had sappy song. Say that 10 times fast. Okay, what I'm going to do here, because these don't come over far enough, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that down to, we're going to like really be like hello glue. But I am also going to cover this part with some fabric to hold it in, you know, to snug it in there. Okay, now what to do? I guess just, you know what? Let's just do this. So we are in my church that I attend. I'm with the children, primary children we call them, and they're just the cutest. And we are having an Easter egg, trim that down a little bit, hunt this coming Saturday. It's also a special time where we listen to people in the church and get special messages and Easter and that kind of thing, which is also wonderful. But we're doing our little Easter egg hunt. That starts at 11 for me where I live, and so we're doing our little Easter egg hunt at 9, and we're having just a fun little kind of a spiritual activity for the kiddos and a game, and then we're going to turn them outside. We have some young ladies that are going to be hiding the Easter eggs, teenage girls, sweet teenage girls, and they're going to be out hiding the Easter eggs while the kids are having kind of a fun little Easter lesson and also a game. And then they will go out and hunt the eggs and then head home with Mom and Dad. And we are, because of the COVID, you know, we're very careful about that. So because of that, parents are to come with their kids, and the kids, we have to keep them socially distanced. We've got them in age groups and in different rooms so that, you know, we're being good and they're wearing masks, but they still get to have some fun Easter going on. We didn't do anything last year because obviously COVID was brand new and we were all trying to figure out, you know, how do we do this COVID thing? But many of us have had vaccinations, or at least a start. I have had my first vaccination, not my second one yet. My hubby has had his second one. And so we're kind of, you know, we're looking forward to having a little bit of, I don't know what you call it, but at least getting out and about a teeny bit. Little more, maybe. All right, let's see. So what I'm doing here, you guys, while I'm just jawing away, and I'm not being precise in this, but I want to cover this nicely, glue this so that this is secure. And then I think what I'm going to need to do is to go ahead and let that dry completely before I come back. And then we'll do like, you know, another step. Oh, so this is like, yeah, I know. I'm usually a little more, I don't know. But this for me is pretty like out there. Okay. And my Fabri-Tac is now getting to a point where it's a little harder to come out. The glue, it just wants to stay inside and have a party with buddies on the inside there, but we need it to work. Come on, come on. I need to get one of those containers, like I know different people have mentioned them. I think Gail does with hers, and others too, those for decorating, cake decorating and such. They have those containers. So I may want to do something like that. And or in addition to, I may want to get me some new glue. New glue. So this experience has been kind of good for me because it's helped me to see, like when you're taking apart a book or you're altering a book and making it into something else, you know, there are different things, properties and things that you need to look at. Obviously, this, where this was gone, and I don't recall if that was me that did it or it was already done. I don't recall, but it needs something to hold those fabric, you know, to hold the pages together. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna kind of, you know, do this, and then we're gonna bring it over. We're gonna wrap it like so. Okay. I hope that that is going to take care of the issue, but I don't know. And just to make sure, I'm going to go ahead and also glue the rest of this. Get this. Here again, I'm using the Fabri-Tac. And there are other kinds of glues, I know, like tacky, and you want a heavier glue, and you want something that is really going to grab a hold of your fabric and your paper really nicely. You don't want it to be a light glue at all. Okay, so, and what I did, this is just a piece of, I think it's a sheet that I had, a cotton sheet, and it's nice and sturdy, so I know it'll hold up. So, I don't know if I dare open it to try to see if it would fall the right way. Okay, well, so far, okay, it's not flapping open like it did, but I definitely want to go ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this down, and I'm going to find some heavy books and put on top of this and let that dry completely, and then I will return. And if you need to repair one of your books, maybe you could be working on that too, and we can compare notes. You can write down in the description below how it's going for you. All right, guys, I will see you well, I'll see you when I see you. It'll be right away for you. Okay, through the magic of cameras and such, here it is. I'm back, and you didn't have to wait for another day. I went ahead and I put this other pink mat underneath me so that I can try to keep this in focus a little bit better. Okay, so this has been sitting, and so we will open this up. This is, oh, it's really nicely glued, and this is really taut. This is not going to go anywhere. Now, if I turn these pages, you know, with the book, it doesn't fall open with that, with this page, or this page it was, I think. Anyway, yeah, so this is good, guys. This is good. So, now, now what to do? Okay, if I pull this up, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to try to let you see. There is a gap. Do you see that? That gap is created by a couple of things. One, I have torn a lot of pages out to do my mixed media in there, and if I pull it out, you can see that it will go a little further. But there's enough room in there for it to have a little gap here, so that when you turn your spine, you know, you turn your pages, that it lays nice and flat. So what I want to do, as I'm just thinking this through, I want to sort of push that down so that whatever it is that I'm doing here, that it goes like right there. And of course that pushes, oh, whoops, that pushes this out more. You can see that pushes this out more than if it's just like thus and such. So, but that's what we want to do. I'm trying to decide whether to use Tyvek tape or duct tape. Both are pretty sturdy, but this is thicker. I think I'm going to try the Tyvek because it takes up less of a footprint, and it will be less bulky when I'm trying to cover it up. So Tyvek is very sturdy. It's very strong. Let's see. Let's cut off more than what we need. More than what we need. And then I'll try not to smash it. Okay, so how best to do this, Rhonda? Yeehaw! This is where we are. Okay. This kind of stuff makes me so flippin' nervous. Okay, what I think I want to do is I think I want to, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I'm kind of pulling away, trimming that so that it's just this size. And that brings up a good question. I'm glad you asked. Should I go ahead and, obviously I have put Tyvek. I put Tyvek on here before. Look at that. DuPont Tyvek. Which is probably why this glue didn't stay very well there. Oh man. So now what I need to do, alright, we're going to do a little detour, my friends. So I'm going to put some double-sided tape on this, so this will lay back down. Let's think this through. Okay. I had said I was going to go ahead and redo this inside. Is that something that I want to do at this point. How does it peel back? Oh, you guys, this is kind of scary, you know. You know what? I think I'm going to do it, though. I think I'm going to peel this back, and I apologize. I just think I'm going to have to waste that one. All right. So, a couple of things I've got to do. With that in mind, I don't know. I may have to put new corners on. This is just another well, testimony, if you will, of the importance of putting your book together as well as you can in the beginning, so that you don't have to operate on it like I'm doing. But if you do, then, you know, this is a good experience. I'm learning, and hopefully you are as well. Just kind of, this is just a little paring knife. It's not super sharp, but it does kind of do what I need it to do. Ugh. I had really pounded those down, guys. I did not want those corners to come off. Whew. All right, so we will then, let's just continue to peel this off. All right, I am committed now, right? I am definitely committed. And let's see, why had I put that there? I'm looking at that to see. Maybe I need to take this bit of Tyvek off. Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, yes, I know that's a deep subject. Okay. This one is doing just fine. I really hate to mess with taking this all apart too. I really, really do. I really, really do. And I suppose what I should have done, well, no, I couldn't have, because this is already all put together. All right, so now what I can do here, I could put another layer of fabric, and I may want to do that actually. I may want to just glue fabric and then put my paper over and then not, yeah, you know what? Just a sec, let me grab some fabric. I think that's the way we're gonna go. All right, let me get into my tub. I was using this. I used this for this, so I think I can go ahead and I will just kind of push that down. And then what I'll do, I'll glue this here like so. And then we'll go ahead and cover with paper or fabric or whatever, you know, more decorative, whatever we do that way. But yeah, I think, yeah. Oh, I hope I'm doing this right. I hope I'm steering you well, my friends. It really is time to order more Fabri-Tac. And for a long time, I thought it was fabric tack, but it's not. It's Fabri-Tac. Just, I know you guys were all wanting that little side light, right? You were just dying to know that little bit of information. I know you were. Don't tease me. So what we're doing is we're just giving this a really nice coating of glue that I'm going to put my fabric, and we're doing it on both sides here. And then I'm going to hope that this method that I am flying by the seat of my pants doing will work. Okay, so we'll push that down to connect these two, and then we want to put this in here, Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay. I want this to be, I just want it to be right, you know. I just want it to be right, you guys, and not be weird and icky. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, we have actually, you know, I have to let this dry as is, and I'm going to kind of lift up over here and just make sure I've got plenty of glue. Let's see. And we will just continue this little guy. I want to get it all nicely glued down. And I am going to cover this fabric up, so if it shows a little bit of glue, that will be okay because it's going to be covered when I when this dries. And I think I'll wait to trim that until when it dries. And so, wow, this is going to be, I hope I get this video out this week, because now I feel like I need to take time and again let this dry completely. Maybe it'll be good if I just kind of let it set for the morning and come back this afternoon. Okay, excuse, I'm going off camera to shake this baby. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. All right. So I just got back from Hobby Lobby. I was looking for plastic Easter eggs for the, you know, the activity that we're doing for the primary kids. Well, teenage girls, we call them young women, as they are young women. They are going to be hiding the eggs, and so I wanted some large eggs that I could do some fun things for them as a thank you for helping us with the little kiddos. And Hobby Lobby had 0 of the eggs that I needed for sale. So, and I had gone to Walmart first. Hubby was picking up a prescription, and so I ran into the Easter, but they were a little more expensive, and I, you know, didn't want to pay a lot, so went to Hobby Lobby first because I knew they had their Easter 40% off. But as it happens, everybody was thinking like me, evidently, and they went and got the eggs first. So then I paid full price for them at Walmart, but we got them. Okay. You know what? I think that's going to be good. I think a thin. I think that's going to work, you guys. I do. I really, really do. Oh, yeah. So, if I want to, well, there's no way I can. This book was in 1963. Here's the information. And you know what? As I have been using some of these pages, I've not read the book, but it was the perfect size for like my bullet journal, like I had mentioned earlier. But I had to really be careful because there were not nice things being, the fighting and the language and, that kind of thing. It was like, really? So maybe I don't want to say this was whatever. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't mean to be rude to any author or anything that way, but this is not a book that I would read. Definitely a little too colorful for me. I would rather be boring, I suppose, than have those colorful things and talk about the things they do. Okay, so I think we'll just... what do you think? Should I keep this and put it in? Should I just let it go and just put new cover papers in here and just be done? Have papers that maybe match this a little bit better, because I do have more of this that I could use if I wanted to. And I have already glued those pages together and put the overall map or calendar for the year. I really don't want to mess that up. So that's going to be my option. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead, my friends. I'm going to close this book and put it under a huge pile again. And we will be back. And I will, by that time, hopefully decided what I'm going to do. And, yeah. All right. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. I have gone ahead, without you, but thinking about you, ripped off these, this rags of glory paper. Yeah. And I have also just highlighted that with my vintage photo. And I'm going to go all around the inside or the edge of this paper that you see, this white paper, because I'm not 100% sure that the paper that I printed out that I want to use on this inside will completely cover. And so if there's a little teeny bit hanging or left over, then I would like it to be, to blend in a little bit better, if that makes sense. This is, like I said, this is learning. This is learning as you go. All right, let's see what kind of damage we can do. And this is the paper I have picked to go inside here. I love these blues, the teals a little bit. It matches this. and it just looks better. Yeah, totally. So let's go. Oh my golly, that is going to fit almost perfectly. Wow, if that wasn't meant to be, I don't know what was. Okay. And I did trim this just to take the white off, but I was expecting I'd have to be doing more trimming. All right, you guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue this. And, oh, I can see there's maybe a little bit of white that shows. So maybe I'll go ahead and darken that just a smidgen more before I glue this to it. I'll flip it over. But yeah, that's just prettier. It just looks better. Sometimes you just, don't be afraid. If you want to redo something, if it just isn't making you happy, then maybe it just needs a little modification, a little fixing, a little something or other. I'll show you this real quick. Okay, so this is also going to be redone. And then I will come back and show you the finished with the fly papers glued in and my little corner edges on there again. All right, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I have my corners back on. I was able to redo them. Yeah, look at this. Is that just gorgeous? Look at this. Oh my gosh, I am thrilled. Now I did have a little whoops on, I've got a teeny bit of a wrinkle here, and that is because I had the Tyvek tape, and so it was slick, and I had to put, instead of the glue, and I used a glue stick, just lathered it up and then burnished it on. But because I had to put double-sided tape right here where the Tyvek was, it didn't scrunch in as close as it would have had I been working with the other glue. But I'm fine with that. Look at the color. Is that just, it matches beautifully? You would never know that I had a problem with this falling apart. It is wonderful, and I am ready to continue on. You guys, this was well worth it for me. I absolutely love this now. I didn't love it before. I was hesitant. Every time I opened the flap up, I'm like, yeah. And now I absolutely love it. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Until next time, yeah, be the sunshine. Bye now.